Bible tells us clearly who the Antichrist is. 1 John chapter 2. Children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that Antichrist is coming, so now many Antichrists have come. Therefore we know that it is the last hour. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have continued with us. But they went out, that it might become plain that they all are not of us. But you have been anointed by the Holy One, and you all have knowledge. I write to you not because you do not know the truth, but because you know it, and because no lie is of the truth. Who is the liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist, he who denies the Father and the Son. No one who denies the Son has the Father. Whoever confesses the Son has the Father also. Let what you have heard from the beginning abide in you. If what you heard from the beginning abides in you, then you too will abide in the Son and in the Father. And this is the promise that he made to us, eternal life. I want to pause right here because in 1 John chapter 2 and in verse 22 it tells us plainly, who is the liar but he who denies that Jesus is the Christ? This is the Antichrist. Who? He who denies the Father and the Son. I want to jump back up also to verse 18. It says right here that many Antichrists have come. Notice it's plural. It doesn't say that it's one man that's going to come at the end of time and he's going to rule over the earth and persecute people, and none of that's in the Bible. It simply tells us that anyone who denies that Jesus is the Christ, that's the Antichrist. And we are told here in verse 18 that there's multiple. There's a plurality. Let's scroll down to 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 4, and we're going to look at verse 3. And every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. This is the spirit of the Antichrist, which you heard was coming and now is in the world already. When did John write 1 John? Well, it was in the 1st century AD. Notice how he says the spirit of the Antichrist now is in the world already. 2,000 years ago. Do you know of any man on this earth that's currently 2,000 years old? No. John was saying that Antichrist was in the world already. It wasn't some one guy that was going to come 2,000 years later. It was, again, a plurality of people, anyone that denies that Jesus is the Christ. I want to move down to 2 John now. Going to go down to 2 John, and we're going to look at verse 7. 2 John and verse 7. For many deceivers have gone out into the world, those who do not confess the coming of Jesus Christ in the flesh. Such a one is the deceiver and the Antichrist. Again, anyone that does not confess that Jesus is the Christ and that he came in the flesh, that person or those people are Antichrist. Simply put, Antichrist is anyone that denies that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God who came in the flesh. And we've seen that it can be a plurality. We've seen that the spirit of Antichrist was already in the world in the 1st century and has continued to be in the world until the Lord returns. It is not just one man, so it is very important for all of us that we do not deny that Jesus is the Son of God, our Christ, who came in the flesh for the redemption of mankind.